Hey there, digital experience team. This is our retro for the last iteration of Q3. It's November 2nd. I'm going to pass it over to Megan. Start off things that went well.
Yeah, I think from my point of view, the migration of all the code that was in our contentful branch into main or production went really well. I don't know what Nathan thinks, but thank you so much, Nathan, for putting in all those hours. I know that was a lot of work to QA everything and just get all the ducks in a row. Maybe the ducks were on fire. I don't know, but that was a big chunk of work, so thank you.
I can go next. I wanted to give a big shout out to the design team. It's the last iteration of the quarter. And I know we started out this quarter with a lot of uncertainty, a lot of fear, a lot of questions. But we ended it with a really great outcome and a really great output and all of the things that we wanted to achieve and more. We've already heard really great feedback from the rest of the org. So yeah, if you haven't seen any of the report decks or the videos, please do check them out. I think the design team did an amazing job of leading a very ambiguous project to now having a lot of clarity and then a little bit of ambiguity again, but I think we'll figure it out now that we have the confidence to do it once. Barker?
Yeah, got some alignment with the globalization team on our next steps for our continuous localization process. The TLDR is it's all coming from Contentful, and they're going to own the microservice, Argo, all the things that happen after that. All we need to do is make Contentful awesome. We got to get all our stuff in there and make it work great, and they're going to plug into it. So that was just great because it was kind of ambiguous for a little while there. Okay, I guess I'll just roll right into things to improve on. The first one is with the launch of the CMS, we've essentially cannonballed the translation process. It doesn't exist anymore. There is no English YAML. So it's just kind of a, impact of pushing a new platform and a new way data is managed. There are people impacted by that change that we need to consider. We also overwrote a ton of Japanese translations. This was a little bit of miscommunication between the translation side. So we were putting LQA translations received from one team, moved it on to production, and in doing so, overwrote a bunch of other translations that have been done. So I'm going to do some rework and Git magic there because it's all in Git. So that is cool, but also just kind of miscommunication. And then my third thing is, that removal of the view source and edit this page links, like that is not cool and it is not good. We're getting asked about it a lot, and also it's really confusing that we have that YAML content that's still in the repository. So it's confusing for people. I'll pass it over to Justin.
Mine's kind of short and sweet, and this is something I need to take to heart as well, like communicating up and around, kind of basically everything Lauren just spoke to as well. Like communication is key. When we don't communicate changes, people have questions. When we don't communicate to stakeholders, they don't know what's going on. Again, a lot of this is on myself, take responsibility and like lack of communication, but it's also as we're working towards things, or even if we're missing deadlines, letting the right people know so we can communicate up and around so everyone understands where we are is important, and it's going to be even more important as we move into onboarding and training, and there's going to be a lot of questions about how to do certain things, and we won't have all the answers right away. We won't have the right way to point people to handbook, so communication is key to let people know where they can go to answer or find the answers or who they can ask to get things done.
All right. With that, we'll see you next quarter.